a resolution to myself yesterday.
What is it?
Well, I decided, one of the things that, and I saw some, and like I said, I like to pay attention to the comments. I like to pay attention to the nice comments and to suggestions. Um, not the ones that suggest I should retire, but the ones more so of the saying, hey, listen, I'd like to see you do more stuff, not just in the superhero realm and those things. When I know, in the same way that when people say we want original material, and then they go to the original movies and the original movies bomb, and the original movies aren't getting any attention. That is very similar to when I will do, or you will do, a reaction or review on a smaller movie, right? It's not the one people click on. Well, we want to see you do more of those. Not really, but I'll do them. And I was like, I'm going to start to do the ones that I am interested in, and to see. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to make sure. And as I said many times over, that for both what Luca is doing with his new movie, the fact that it's got Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, it's going to be, to me, I've been saying it, I think it's going to be a potential Oscar buzz. There's going to be Oscar buzz behind it, depending on how the trailer is, depending on how the movie is, obviously, because from everything I hear about the script. So I'm like, I'm going to do a reaction to it. It ate shit like I knew it would. There's like 1,000 people watched it. But I'm like, I'm still going to do it anyway from now on, because I want to put these ones out of the ones that I think are going to do, that I want to see. And certain movies that come across, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put some more, because I think that it does bring more attention to it anyway, to help those kind of movies out. And should be less about whether or not I'm telling the audience that you should be checking these things out as well, and prove me wrong. Well, we'll check it. We'll click on it. But I said to Luke when I put it up, I said, nobody's going to watch this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I want to show to the movies that I really care about. So I'm going to start doing that a little bit more, regardless of what the algorithm says.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. What did you think about the trailer?
Oh my gosh, it was really interesting. I had seen a clip of it, but I hadn't seen the whole thing, so I was like, "Oh, that's what that was." I had seen that the coffee table conversation where they're basically talking about the generational differences, and I thought that was interesting for
Yeah.
sure. It is like I love a movie that it seems like it's gonna play to multiple sides and
Yeah.
show like truths and falsities of both sides,
Yeah.
and kind of root for both sides in different ways of like the generational thing we have going on, like this like war we have going on with each other based off of how we interpret things, and then what actually matters, what doesn't matter. So I think just like thematically it's fascinating, and then they have like a very interesting cast that I would have never picked together, and
Yeah.
it's cool
Yeah.
to see them all on screen.
Well, they're already saying about, Luca was on, I think it was Mark Maron's podcast, said it's probably the best performance he thinks of Julia Roberts' career. And that's saying a lot, obviously. And for what he said inside of it was that it's just a different side. And you saw that already. She's not, when they're saying the only reason you like these people is because they admire you. And she says, it seems like she's shallow. She has a kind of a past with Andrew Garfield in some way or another. And she's got to try to find out right and wrong, and her star student now to her star student then, and really putting and challenging her as an actress, which I think is going to be really solid. Plus you get Lucas' script, which I can only imagine he dives so deep into just the intricate workings of what human beings do in general, right? So to see what he's going to do, Andrew Garfield playing, and I always pronounce what's our from Sydney from
Ayo,
yeah, Io.
Io, yeah.
She's phenomenal. It's funny because I saw somebody going, I wonder if I was gonna be able to do
Serious.
serious, because she does comedy. I'm like, The Bear is not a comedy. And if you watch season 4? Is that what it is now? Season 4, which I'm watching now. There's a scene that happens where I'll just say that she breaks down and cries. Like, and it's so, and in the moment where she is, it was so real to me, and it felt so, she's fantastic. She's fantastic.
Yeah,
So to see her
she's awesome.
yeah.
It's so funny because her role is the most serious of well, not the most serious of the cast, but she has like barely funny moments in The Bear.
Right.
There are other cast members who have, they're kind of the comedic relief. Her character Sydney is not one of those. I think it's because she's so naturally funny as a real person, and all her interviews, she's always joking and kind of like the life of the party. And
Yeah.
everyone knows her as like an improv, kind of sketch
Right.
artist,
Right.
but
Right.
but it's like her performance that everyone knows her by is not that. So it's like another way of how humans just view things and
Mhm.
then decide on things. So I guess that plays into the movie thematically as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see her in this role, just to further confirm kind of her place in this industry.
Yeah. And I like to see Andrew Garfield as a douche. It looks like he's going to be a douche.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, that must have been so fun for him.
yeah, because he's usually. I mean, I think if he has played a douche, it's not often because he's just so damn likable in general. So
Yeah.
that is probably the reason why he was cast in this, right? Like it's sometimes you get in the problem of typecasting. We're like, okay, well, clearly he's going to be that person's going to be the douche, and that's going to happen. But Andrew Garfield's so damn likable. Even they say, I was says at one point, well, everyone loves him. It was going to be now. What I think is going to happen inside of the movie, which I kind of hope doesn't, but it will, is that it's going to turn out that he obviously is the bad guy, and he's obviously done the real bad thing that everyone does, and she's got to be morally challenged to figure out how to expose him, is what it seems like. It would be a super twist if she was bullshitting the whole time and it wasn't true. That won't happen, but it would be interesting if it did, to see if how she played it on that side. But only because of predictability side of it, like 'cause you kind of know where it's going.
Right. I think what's going to be the interesting part for me, which I think the trailer did a good job of displaying, is kind of like morality is such a
Yeah,
gray area for most people, and we all kind of decide on a scale of what is okay and not okay, and then there's another scale for how society views things, and then how you wish society to view you. So I
yeah.
feel like it's less about what was done and more about what happens with what was done, and that's what I think is interesting.
Indeed. And I think that do you hear what I said, that this is the kind of movie, if delivered correctly, could be in the conversation for awards, considering especially when it's coming out?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it kind of, like, already gave me, like, Spotlight vibes in a
Yeah,
different way. I think it's, like, one of the most pressing issues and conversations that goes on, and
yeah.
so, that to me is what I like the classic Academy movies. I
Mhm.
like that, like Parasite, like movies that make you think,
Sure.
that it's like, yeah, it's a little pretentious, but it makes you think and it's done in this digestible way. I'm rooting for that if the movie lands.
Yeah, and that's the question for you guys. Is it landing for you in the trailer? Is it landing for you in general? Did you know about it? Put your thoughts in there in the live show. Put your thoughts in there on the replay, and of course on the Clips channel. And again, prove me wrong when it comes to the Clips channel. When it comes to the trailer reactions that we do. When we do this, I'll do a few smaller movies. I'll do films like this that will say, okay, look, let's get some attention on it. Prove me wrong. Click on it. It's only so long I can do that, though, before it starts affecting the algorithm. So make sure you check it out, hit that button, because I want to bring some attention to these things, and I want to say, like, okay, the audience is asking for it. Let's see if they really want it. I know how much you guys love trade. Well, if you didn't already, you're going to love them even more. Cold brew now. This is what they got. For me, I love drinking cold brew. I used to rely on the old grocery store concentrate of the $6 cafe runs, and it's tough, mostly out of what I thought. I thought it was convenient. But as you know, I found Trade. I love Trade. It's so easy now just to make cold brew at home. Plus, it tastes way better and it costs so much less than buying out. Trade. What's Trade? You know Trade, but I'll tell you again, Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S. for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They've sourced the best beans from top roasters across the U.S., and now they have a special cold brew collection. You got to check it out. They've teamed up with 15 roasters to create a special cold brew bean collection. It ensures your cold brew at home tastes exactly how it should, smooth and delicious. I love it. I'm telling you, it is so much easier. It has been so convenient. I mean, how long have I been talking about Trade? 2 years? And I don't talk about somebody that long and stay with them that long if I don't love them and fell in love with them. And that's what I love. Limited time, Trade is giving 50% off a month of cold brew. Do you hear that? 50% off. That's over 60 cups of cold brew for 50% off when you go to drinktrade.com/Christian. That is drinktrade.com/Christian. Get 50% off 1 month of cold brew. Drinktrade.com/Christian.